That on Eagle Angle, the Oklahoma Christian lockdown caller is in police custody.
A push for a 51st state in D.C.
And a new World Cup record holder for women's skiing.
All this and more coming right up on Eagle Angle.
Hello and welcome to Eagle Angle, a student-produced newscast live from Oklahoma Christian University. I'm Dominic Bonagor.
And I'm Kanisha Sanup.
It's been over 2 weeks since an individual called Oklahoma Christian and threatened violence. Last Friday, the university police confirmed that the suspect is now in custody. In an interview with the Talon, Police Chief Giltner said the suspect was arrested on January 19th and is currently being held in another state. Quote, I was contacted by Oklahoma City's Police Criminal Intel Unit. The suspect who made the phone calls to campus is in custody in Missoula, Montana. Chief Giltner went on to say that the caller also called various other locations. It is currently unclear what charges the suspect will face, but Giltner believes there will be a large number. For more information, please visit talon.news.
Oklahoma City police are looking for a suspect after a stabbing occurred in a 7-Eleven parking lot late Monday night. There appeared to be an argument between two individuals that led to the stabbing of one. The victim, whose name has not been released, was rushed to the hospital and pronounced dead upon arrival. Police are currently investigating the incident and do not have any suspects. Anyone with information is encouraged to call the department's homicide tip line at the number on the screen.
A new Senate bill could allow parents to file a lawsuit against teachers violating the Parents' Bill of Rights. The bill requires parent consent for children to be taught about certain topics, such as gender role and sexual orientation, as well as consent for any health care decisions. Reporter Bert Mumolo has the story.
The right to direct the education of a child and make health care decisions for a child are just two of several items listed in the impressively titled Oklahoma Parents' Bill of Rights. But if the rights are violated, there's really no penalty, at least not yet.
Well, my thoughts are yes.
Tulsa grandparent Kathy McDonald reacting to Senate Bill 131, which would authorize parents to file a civil action against a person or governmental entity for a violation of the Parents' Bill of Rights.
It gives teeth to the power of parenting.
The bill would also change the protocol for sex ed class, making it opt-in rather than opt-out. Something McDonald supports as well, since she says it will make sure parents know what their kids are learning.
They have to sign to allow them in, then they will know. That's called opt-in. They sign and they agree to let their child go. And that sounds American to me.
But not so enthusiastic about the bill, Tulsa School Board member John Croissant, who told Channel 8, pitting parents against educators is not the answer. This bill would only add more litigation and scare tactics against educators that will only further exacerbate the teacher shortage in Oklahoma that is already critical. Like many bills that are filed this time of year, I don't feel this bill deserves any consideration. As far as McDonald goes, she's opting in to support the bill.
The parents are unempowered right now, and we don't know it. I didn't know it. I'm shocked.
Execution dates for people on death row in Oklahoma have been pushed back. The Oklahoma Court of Criminal Appeal has agreed to delay the execution dates Tuesday, after the state's Attorney General called the previous schedule unsustainable. The State Department of Corrections was scheduled to execute one condemned inmate every month for the rest of the year. Under the new plan, there would be at least 2-month gaps between each execution. So far, 7 execution dates have been rescheduled. This court plans to deal with the remaining execution dates at some point in the future.
There's a new push for Washington, D.C. statehood. But while there's still momentum to create this 51st state, the measure will likely face stiff opposition in the Republican majority House. Adam Longo has more.
It's personal.
It's personal because we are Americans, just like everybody else.
We're here because it's simply wrong.
Historic
injustice still prevails. There are nearly 700,000 Americans who call the District of Columbia home, and they do not have a voting representative in either chamber of the Congress.
Delaware Senator Democrat Tom Carper is lead Senate sponsor of the D.C. statehood bill.
Bit by bit, public opinion has changed.
The bill has almost unanimous support in the Senate Democratic caucus, including Maryland's Chris Van Hollen.
The right side of this is to assure fairness, to assure equality, to assure equal justice.
By not being a state, D.C. often doesn't get what it needs because it needs the approval of Congress.
25% of our trial court and court of appeal judgeships are vacant. Approval of our laws is always delayed because all of them must come before Congress for either 30 days or 60 days, where nothing happens.
We're going to keep the march going. We will prevail.
Coming up on Eagle Angle.
It's Library Selfie Day.
And the U.S. officials issue a warning about egg smuggling.
All that and more coming right up.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
If you're a bookworm and would like to show off your collection to the world, you're in luck, because today is Library Shelfie Day. It is observed every year on the fourth Wednesday in January. Library Shelfie Day is an opportunity to display your reading tastes and preferences with a single image. It's also a chance to show off how you arrange your collection, whether that's by favorite author, genre, or something else. Book lovers can post pictures of their bookshelves to social media with the hashtag Library Shelfie Day.
Oklahoma Christian nursing professor Taylor Steele and sophomore Addie Holly have started a local branch of the nonprofit organization Once Upon a Room. Steele and Holly decorate patients' rooms at the Oklahoma Children's Hospital with the patient's favorite cartoon characters, superheroes, and more. Sponsors for Once Upon a Room are always appreciated, and donations can be given at the website on your screen.
The nationwide egg shortage that's led to empty store shelves in some stores and sky-high prices is growing, and many people are getting creative to find solutions. At the U.S.-Mexico border, officials issuing a warning following a rise in attempts to smuggle eggs from Mexico into the U.S., while another trend is growing, buying backyard hens to save money. Cole Higgins has a look at how long eggflation could last.
As an egg shortage sends prices for the breakfast staple soaring, some Americans are taking matters into their own hands.
I used to buy it for $1.99, $2.99, but no, that price is crazy.
At the U.S.-Mexico border, reports of egg smuggling. U.S. Customs officials say attempts to bring eggs into the U.S. from Mexico are rising. The director of field operations warns trying to cross with uncooked eggs without informing a border official is illegal, and it could cost you up to $10,000. A shortage of eggs, partly caused by the avian flu, has wiped out millions of egg-laying hens and led to empty store shelves and skyrocketing prices, up nearly 60% in a year.
For 2 dozen, there's going to be $22. So I'm not going to make it with my budget, no.
So when will we see some relief from eggflation? Economist Mark Zandi says the shortages go beyond bird flu, saying fuel and transportation costs are also contributing to higher costs of food in general.
The good news is that oil prices have come down. By this time next year, certainly we'll feel a lot better about food inflation and inflation more broadly.
But some people aren't waiting to see a price correction at the grocery store. And instead of scrambling to find eggs, they're raising their own backyard hens.
So we're saving a lot having them in the backyard right now.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Cole Higgins.
Oklahoma Christian's annual cabaret is right around the corner. Next Thursday, February 2nd, is the event's opening night. Come and enjoy a performance put on by OC's music department. Get your tickets now at oc.edu/events, and a discount code is offered for students and faculty.
Oklahoma Christian's Eagle Radio is a student-produced radio station here at Oklahoma Christian. Currently, Eagle Radio is looking for more radio shows. Any and all students are able to host a radio show of their own, as well as any OC-affiliated members. For more information, contact Eagle Radio Director Caleb Phelps at the email on the screen.
Oklahoma Christian Soundings Journal is now open for its 2023 submissions. The submissions will be judged anonymously by the sounding staff and then judged by third-party individuals. Soundings will accept poetry, prose, photography, digital art, and other forms of visual art. Prizes for the submissions include $100, $50, and $25. The submission link can be found in the student announcements. For more information, contact Soundings using the address on your screen.
If you have any stories you would like us to report on, please send an email to our producer with the address on the screen.
We're going to take a quick break.
When we come back, we'll have David Jackson with our weather report.
You ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Good day, Oklahoma. I'm David Jackson here with your Eagle Angle weather report. Today it was a nice 42 with a mostly cloudy It felt like 33, so you better bundle up because today was a cold one for the records book. Instead of getting your keys, let's go take a look around Oklahoma with me. In Guymon, Oklahoma, it was a low 36. In OKC, it was a 44. In Durant, Oklahoma, it was a nice 43. And now for tonight's temperatures. Tonight, it will be a nice 36 and with a wind speed of 7 miles per hour and a 73% of humidity rate. So please bundle up if you're going out tonight. This is what our weekend will look like. On Friday, it will be plenty of sunshine, so go in, soak up all the sunshine before it drops down to lower weathers. On Saturday, some sun with light clouds, so just have fun with the sun while we can. And on Sunday, brisk and much colder, so get your jackets, get your coats, stay warm, stay safe. And here's your 5-day forecast. On Thursday, it'll be a nice little sunny day with clouds all over, with a high of 45 and a low of 31. On Friday, it'll be sunny, so go soak up all the sun, go be happy, go spend time with your friends and family. On Saturday, it'll be cloudy with a low of 22, so just have a jacket just in case it might get extra cold. On Sunday, it'll be sunny with clouds with a high of 36 and a low of 21. And on Monday, it'll be extremely cold, so be prepared for it with a high of 30 and a low of 21. That's all for your Eagle Angle weather report. When we come back, we'll have Kanaisha in the entertainment corner to bring you the latest.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
What are you looking for?
You care for the house, the kids, and our future. My Shiro's Day is never done. So let's save a little more now so we can create the retirement we want. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need. Visit assureretirement.org/Shiro.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and... I am totally a hat person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
I'm Kanaisha Sanup and welcome to the Entertainment Corner. Zoe Saldana is now a box office record holder. She's the first actor to appear in 4 films that brought in more than $2 billion. Her portrayal of Neytiri in Avatar, The Way of the Water, is what put her over the top. Saldana's other top earners are Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, and the first Avatar movie. James Cameron is the first director to have 3 films cross the $2 billion mark. That's for both Avatar movies as well as Titanic. Michael Strahan can add another honor to his legendary resume. The Emmy winner and former NFL player was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame Monday. It's the first star dedicated in the sports entertainment category. Strahan currently co-anchors on ABC's Good Morning America and hosts the primetime game show $100,000 Pyramid. During the NFL season, the Super Bowl champion is now analyst for Fox NFL Sunday. In 2015 and 2016, Strahan won a Daytime Emmy for his talk show Live with Kelly and Michael. And in 2021, he received a Peabody Award. Get our biscuits ready. Apple TV Plus has announced that Season 3 of Ted Lasso is happening this spring. The streaming service did not give a specific date. The company also released a first-look photo featuring the character Ted Lasso, played by Jason Sudeikis, and Nate Shelley, played by Nick Mohammed. They are shown standing face-to-face with the character Rupert Mannion, played by Anthony Head, looking on. In the series, Ted Lasso plays a lovable football coach who ends up managing a Premier League soccer team in the UK. According to writer and star Brett Goldstein, Season 3 will be the award-winning show's last. One of America's favorite celebrity couples has added to its family. Chrissy Teigen has announced on Instagram that she and husband John Legend welcome a new baby girl. Her name is St. Maxine Stephens. Stephens is Legend's legal surname. St. joined siblings Luna and Miles in the family of 5. Teigen and Legend have been married since 2013, after meeting on the set of one of his music videos. However, she lost her pregnancy in 2022 and wrote about it in an emotional essay. The cookbook author says her house is full of love and the family could not have been happier. Billie Eilish has a concert film headed to theaters this week for a single night. Rick Damigella has that story and more in the Hollywood Minute.
Billie Eilish is headed to movie theaters. Trafalgar Releasing will present Billie Eilish live at the O2 extended cut for one night only this Friday. The concert film will be screened in 4K and Dolby Atmos where available.
Lydia Tarr is many things.
It's a streaming ovation for Tar. The award-winning film starring Cate Blanchett bows exclusively on Peacock Friday.
How are we going to pull this off?
We're gonna need a team.
Paramount has released a new trailer for Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Based on the pen and paper role-playing game, the film stars Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, and creatures straight out of the Monster Manual. The movie delves into theaters March 31st. Rolling for Initiative in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
That's all for today's Entertainment Corner. Here's Gabe Wieden, who has your Eagle Angle Sports Report.
Thanks, Kanisha. The Oklahoma Christian Eagles gained a close victory this past weekend as they dominated the Midwestern State Mustangs. At the end of the first half of the game, the Eagles led the Mustangs 37-23. During the first half, the Eagles didn't allow any of the Mustangs to score any higher than 5 points within the first 20 minutes. At the beginning of the second half, Midwestern State would bring the lead down to 13, but Carlin Kenner would bring the lead back up to a 15-point difference. For the rest of the second half, Oklahoma Christian and the Mustangs would begin to trade scores. The Eagles would end the game with a final score of 79-72 in victory over Midwestern State. Tomorrow night, the men will be heading to Dallas, Texas to take on Dallas Baptist University at 7 o'clock. Unfortunately, the Lady Eagles weren't as dominant this past weekend despite making a strong comeback effort in the fourth quarter against the Midwestern State Mustangs. The Oklahoma Christian Lady Eagles began the game with a 3-point lead at the end of the first quarter, but fell into a 12-point deficit at the end of the second quarter. In the third quarter, the Lady Eagles would score 18 points, bringing the game to a 40-50 points in Midwestern State's favor. In the final quarter, the Lady Eagles would close the 10-point gap down to 4 points as they scored 23 in the fourth quarter. The game would end in a 71-67 final score in favor of Midwestern State. The Lady Eagles are heading to Denton, Texas tomorrow night as they face off with Texas Women's University. Both the Oklahoma Christian's men and women's bowling teams proved to be successful Monday as they both competed in the SWI Bowling Championships at the USA Bowl in Dallas. The Eagles stole the second place finish with the men gaining 7,585 points and the women scoring 7,278 points. Oklahoma Christian also took both individual first place finishes with CJ Petrian scoring 243 points and Kaylee Back scoring 228 points. Oklahoma Christian's next tournament will be in Shawnee, Oklahoma on February 4th and 5th. The United States can now boast a new World Cup record holder for women's skiing. Two-time Olympic gold medalist Michaela Schifrin won her 83rd World Cup race on Tuesday. She now has the most wins, surpassing fellow American Lindsey Vonn. Schifrin secured the title by finishing first in the giant slalom at Kronplatz, Italy. She is now just 3 wins away from tying the overall record for World Cup wins, held by Sweden's Ingemar Stenmark with 86 wins. And that's all for your Eagle Angle Sports Report. When we come back to the break, Dominic will be here for a feel-good story of the week.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org. It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Talk to your doctor about creating a plan that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
A California woman never got her diploma 4 decades ago thanks to an administrative error. She says she forgot about it until the day she needed it. Maddie White has the story.
For most people who went to school in the 80s, looking back on high school feels like a chapter that's long been closed.
Did you go, I'm a beaver, you're a beaver, we're a beaver all?
Yeah,
when we get together, we do the beaver call. Wrong.
But for one former student, it's a story still being written.
I'd like to present to you our newest graduate, Jill Hammond.
Began in 1980, this newspaper article says it all. Local girl leaves for a year in Norway.
My mom was so mad. She's like, Jill, why'd you have to wear that tube top?
She went to study abroad for her senior year. Her principal having told her this.
Your year over there will insert itself into this year here, and you're good to go.
But she came back to learn some surprising news.
And he said, oh, we don't have a diploma for you.
So she never got it.
And I didn't go back.
It wasn't until recently when she tried to sign up for college classes to pursue a new endeavor.
I want to expand my art knowledge.
That she was asked for proof of a diploma.
I looked up who the principal was now, and I sent him an email, and I was told him my story, and he's like, oh, I'd be honored to help you to do this, figure this out. And I was like, yay!
And while studying in Norway and forgoing a degree because of it, was no piece of cake.
It was worth it. The whole experience was really changed my life, so.
That's great.
Yeah.
42 years later, she can finally start a new chapter.
I like to do art, I like to paint, and so I want to do more of that.
In Tenino.
Now it's time to party!
I'm Maddie White.
Where's the bubbly?
That's all for now. We'll see you next week when we bring you the latest.
Thanks for tuning in into Eagle Angle, where it's your campus,
your news.
Good night.